Shalom, Israel. It's your boy Nubreed coming through with another live stream. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. One of those men's motivational talks. And this one right here is imperative. You dig? A well-needed discussion for this afternoon. This particular live stream is going to help a lot of brothers out in various ways. I know a lot of people out there got their New Year's resolutions, and there's certain things that people would like to leave in 2021. It's a lot of things that people want to leave behind them in the past. And I want to highlight certain things that men really are going to have to work on. Now, some of the things I'm going to list are interchangeable. You know, you can apply it to a woman, but I want to specify for men because I want to give reasoning why men in particular should stop doing certain things and how to evolve, how to elevate, how to ascend to the next level of manhood. There's definitely a lot of things we got to talk about, especially in regards to our character. Wow, so much that could be said. I see you brothers and sisters rolling in pretty quick. All praises to the Most High. I see Sophia Love in the house. Nelly is in the house. Yes, indeed. Letitia is in the house. Somebody said New Year should be in the spring. Absolutely. I agree. I'm in total agreement with that. For the record. Somebody said hola and shalom. Peace, peace. I'm glad y'all catching another broadcast. If you can do me one solid, brothers and sisters, make sure you hit this live with a thumbs up as you're coming in. Now, I was thinking about a list, right? And I was thinking about what would be an appropriate number for that list. Should I list 10 things a man could change about himself? Should I list 5 things? Should I list 20 things? And I thought about it and I was like, man, the list would be so wrong. I'm just going to go with the flow, go with the spirit. I want this chat to be interactive. And we need to build. Iron sharpening iron. All you brothers in the chat, if things come to mind while I'm expounding on some of the things that I see that need to be changed, feel free. Feel free. And we'll definitely talk about those things. But I already see somebody posted something in my stream that it's definitely on my list. It's definitely on my list. Brothers, in 2022, you got to stop watching porn. All right? You got to stop watching porn. You got to stop masturbation. You got to stop giving in to inordinate affections. The porn has to go. All right? And I'm going to give you reasons why. You know, I'll try to hover around certain topics for a little bit and let it be known why. Because I'm going to give you reasoning, right? Brothers. How can I put this politely and bluntly? In a way which you can really receive. Brothers, it's making you perverted. Porn is a weapon against masculinity, against manhood. And I know, brothers, it seems as if it's a luxury or a pleasure. I get it. It seems like a luxury or a pleasure. And let me make this clear. I'm a red-blooded man just like the rest of you brothers. I enjoy a gargantuan derriere and busty breasts just like the next man, you dig? But there's a but. When it comes to what you put inside your optics, what you allow to go into your brain on a daily basis, it has an effect on you in the real world. And I know that with the rollout of metaverse, with the rollout of all of these social media platforms, the real world seems distant and far. But the real world still exists. It still exists, And when you're engaging in certain activity on these devices, it's affecting you in the real world. In the real world, it's affecting you. It's affecting your interactions with women. It's affecting your mindset. And I don't think a lot of brothers understand that porn actually changes your physiology. A lot of people don't know this, but pornography actually changes your physiology. It changes you. I mean, this thing alters DNA. That's how serious it is. It really has a huge effect on the mind. A lot of serial killers, a lot of murderers, a lot of people who suffer from depression, a lot of people who suffer from extreme social anxiety, they will attribute this to a pornography addiction. And in hindsight, when you put things in a perspective, it's really not helping you, brothers. Absolutely, you have to stop. Completely stop. Let it go. And I say, let it go, let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go. It's really not helping you. It affects you in a lot of ways. It can make you lazy. It can make you lethargic. Not to mention when you are in the presence of a real woman, a female, a young lady. She can feel your energy. Energy is very real. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Don't let nobody tell you energy ain't real. Because whatever's done in the dark will come to the light. It will manifest itself. You'll have a hard time cultivating your thoughts. You'll have a hard time really expressing yourself. And it'll make you feel as if you have a dark cloud hovering over your head because of what you do in the dark. In your basement, alone, in your room. And you know, this is a conversation a lot of men need to hear. It's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. It's like everybody's doing it. Everybody is watching these screens and these phones, and they're doing things in the middle of the night, and they're engaging in certain activities. But nobody wants to talk about that because it's a lack of maturity to have a conversation about something that people are ashamed of. Nobody wants to talk about what they're ashamed of. But the only way to solve a problem is to address the problem. The Most High God don't operate in darkness. He wants things to be brought to the light. And we got to have that conversation because it's difficult out here. I mean, brothers, I know how it is. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, brothers. Nobody I follow on Instagram is an IG model. Nobody I follow twerks or claps they behind. At least that I know of. But when I go into the search bar, on my Instagram, you know what I see? For whatever reason, Instagram must know my mind and know what I like because I don't search it. But when I go into my search bar, guess what comes up? Women with dental floss up the crack of their behind, walking back and forth, to and fro, showing off their hind parts. And I'm a red-blooded man just like the rest of them. And this is how it happens, brothers. Let me explain how this happens. You would click on it. You looking for something totally different. You could have been looking for a recipe. Not only do you see recipes, but you seeing some cheeks, right? And you start off, you going on there, you looking on IG, and then the thirst trap becomes real. You click on it, and all of a sudden something pops up, shows up in the feed that you didn't even search for, but it's there. It grabs you. It grabs your attention, and you like, ooh, damn. See, this is how it works. It's a battle, brothers. It's a battle. You like, damn, I wasn't looking for that, but damn, are they reading my mind? Because they must know what I like. They must know what type of women I like. And this is how this matrix works. This is how the matrix pulls you in, brothers. It's being used as a weapon. In various countries, pornography is not that easily accessible because they know it's a weapon against masculinity. They know if they can get you to relinquish your seed, if they can get you to release your testosterone, if they can get you to basically have sex with a demon, because that's what it is. It's demonic. And a lot of these women who are online, they're practicing sex magic. They're thirst trapping for a reason. They're trapping you into the belly of the damn beast. Believe that. And it has harmful effects. Lots of harmful effects. I mean, not only on a mental level, but physically. Physically, if you are engaging in porn and masturbation, it will affect you physically. Some of your fitness goals won't be reached because you're losing certain vital minerals in your body when you release it. Certain goals that you have at your workplace, certain goals that you have in general, you will not be able to accomplish it. It's a dopamine release. It's harmful. It will keep you in a procrastinating mindset, and it will keep you emasculated as a man, and it will keep you worshiping. Not honoring the woman, not respecting the woman, but worshiping the woman. It will keep you worshiping them. And that's not where you want to be. And y'all got to understand, a lot of these sisters who posting these pictures, and a lot of these sisters that's showing off the way they are, a lot of them sisters are gaining power in the spirit realm from the attention they get. All the likes, all the comments, all the donations, all the contributions, all of the attention. They really don't appreciate the attention you brothers are getting them. They're actually looking down on you, and they liken themselves into goddesses. And they look at you men as weak. You look weak in the sight of these women because they think that the only thing you think with is your lower regions. So moving forward in 2022, don't be that weak man that she looks down on. Don't be the weak man that can't communicate with a female. Don't be that weak man that can't pursue his goals because he's so busy abusing himself. And keep in mind that anything you do in the dark will come to the light. And also keep mind of this, brothers. If there's not a woman present when you releasing seed, who or what is gaining gratification from you releasing your seed? Because I could tell you right now that in the spirit realm, there's a deity, there's an entity, there's a malevolent force. There's a demonic spirit that gains power when you release your energy. And it's not procreating. It's not given to a woman. It's not pouring into a woman. You're just releasing and nobody's even present. It's not even you're not even growing a spiritual connection between man and woman. You're literally connecting to something that is invisible. Ask yourself, is what you connecting with that's invisible, is that of the Most High? Or is that of Satan? How is it helping? Yes, indeed. Letitia Strong says, I'm no longer afraid to tell my story. The devil has no hold on me. He used to hold shame over my head. No longer does he hold on me. All praises to the Most High. Absolutely. All praises. And ladies and gentlemen, get the thumbs up on this broadcast, because you know you're living in a time where there's an emasculation agenda, and conversations like this, they don't really want it spearheaded to the forefront. So we got to do our due diligence to make sure brothers can have these talks and get this content. So show your support. There shouldn't be a man in here who ain't sharing this, even if you feel convicted, because sometimes conviction is good. Also, brothers, we talking today. That's number one. Let porn go. Let it go. Let it go. Leave that in 2021. And listen, here's the thing. Let me put this out here before I move along. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it damn sure was destroyed in a day. So keep that in mind. Although I don't expect you, and the Most High don't expect you to be able to just stop anything cold turkey that you have an addiction of. But keep in mind that the goal is to stop. The goal is to change. Don't continue in sin that grace may abound. Don't continue doing it because you like, oh, I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to go back to it. No, you have to have prayer, brothers. Prayer is very important. Prayer is very important. Matter of fact, one of the things on my list is, as men, we need to pray more this year. We definitely need to pray more, and I'll explain why. I'll explain why. But prayer is key. Because listen, the Most High God he don't give us temptation, Satan does. And we're not tempted above what we are able to handle. Because with the temptation, according to the Bible, the Most High God makes a way out of that temptation. So pray more, ask for the strength, ask for the power to make your way out of that sin, not to continue to relapse and go back to it. And again, I'm a red-blooded man just like the rest of you brothers. You have to have balance, and it's all about balance. And, you know, if seeing beautiful women is fine. If you like looking at models, that's fine. But you got to have some type of discretion and some type of decorum about yourself where you're not putting poison in your mind to the point where it makes you look at women like a piece of meat or a piece of trash. You understand? Because that's what porn does. It alters your mind. It makes you look at women as bags of flesh. It makes you look at women subjectively. All right? Or objectively. It's objectively and not subjectively. You're not putting them under subject. You're just objectifying them based on what you see. So enough about that, brothers. Let it go. Let the porn go. 2021. Here's another thing. We getting into it today. We ciphering, ain't we, brothers? Yep, somebody said it. Balance is key. Absolutely. Brothers, stop chasing women in 2022. Stop chasing them. Stop chasing. The chasing gotta stop. Now, am I telling you not to approach women? Hell to the no. It's not what I'm telling you. Am I telling you to practice MGTOW, which is men going their own way? No, I don't subscribe to any of those philosophies. Men say they going their own way. I don't know where the hell they're going, but I'm not going with them, right? When I say stop chasing women, what I mean is only give women the energy that they give you. Only give them the energy that they give you. This is key. Brothers. And this goes for anybody. It could be friends, colleagues, associates, family members. I don't care who it is. And this one is interchangeable as well. Women should keep in mind regarding friends and family as well. This very same thing I'm about to say. Listen. Only give people the energy that they give you. If it ain't no reciprocation going on, if there's no reciprocation going on whatsoever, fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Because here's the thing. The woman that's designed for you, brothers, she will gravitate. And this ties in with the porn as well, because if you're bombarding your mind frame with inordinate affections, if you dealing with that, right, you won't even recognize a good woman if she was right at your front door. If she's presented to you on a pedestal, you wouldn't even recognize it because you're so used to looking at the harlots. You're so used to looking at those women who ain't about anything. So you can't even recognize a real woman when you see her. You could be in a library, you could be in a grocery store, you could be in various places where there's great women around you. But the fact that you bombard your mind with those images, those are the type of women you attract. You attract the type of women that you see in the porns, or at least you're trying to attract those type of women. And you're looking right past women who are actually craving your attention, calling out, shouting you out. She really, that young lady that say hi to you every day, the pretty young sister, pretty young lady looking good, she say hi, but she's covered up, she's cordial, she's a certain way. That woman probably is your wife, but you missing it. because you too busy going against the grain. Brothers, we got to stop going against the grain. Go with the flow. When you go with the flow, you will be surprised how many women that will attract. Just the fact that you're not in everybody inbox, you're not DMing these sisters 24/7. All you doing is sitting around sending DMs. Listen, you know what these women are thinking when you hitting them up like that? This Negro don't have a life. That's what they're thinking. This Negro don't have a life. Why would I give him my attention? He ain't got nothing going on with his life. He don't have nothing else going on but inboxing me all day. You brothers have to stop chasing these women. Let them gravitate. Focus, hone in on your goals. It's too much that we need to accomplish this year. This is the year of ascension. This is the year that we must stop the procrastination. Stop procrastinating, brothers. We got work to do for our people. We got work to do for our families. We got work to do. We don't have time to be chasing tail all damn day. That has to stop. This year, stop chasing women. Stop chasing them. Now, if a young lady gravitates towards you, do what you got to do. Ray Mail says, guys, you got to look at yourself as player number one. The choice is yours. Don't feel the need to follow after any woman and lose focus because of beauty. The only one you follow is Christ. And that can go two ways. Absolutely, absolutely, positively. That ain't nothing but the truth, brother. According to the book of Corinthians, the head of the man is Christ. So really, you should be trying to be Christ-like here on this earth. You should be paying attention to your head, your guidance, brothers. Living how he lived. That should be your main focus. Trying to help your people, trying to do right by your folks. That should be number one, man. And the women who can see your passion about following the word, the women who can see that you are really motivated, those are the type of women you want to attract. And you're attracting this woman because she sees that you are for the Most High. She sees that this is one of God's soldiers. This is one of God's men right here. And she should be attracted to that. It shouldn't be nothing vain. It shouldn't be nothing that is vanity. There shouldn't be nothing else but that man right there is a man of the Most High. I'm attracted to that. And that's when she gravitates. And women know how to make themselves available, brothers. This is the thing. Women know how to make themselves available. When a woman go to a shoe store and she looking to buy herself some heels, and she likes those heels, she don't just walk in and walk out and expect customer service to do their job. No, she goes, gets an employee, and she goes asks that employee, hey, I would like to purchase these red pumps right here. She goes after what she wants, if she wants it. That's what you brothers got to understand. That's how it works. Stop chasing, stop chasing, stop chasing. It's 2022 now. You brothers got to understand that women outnumber us. They outnumber us by a lot, especially if you out here in ATL. You hear me? It's like probably 30 women to every one brother. So what you look like going against the grain chasing these women? It is what it is. Now, and y'all got to get them likes up. Y'all got to get them up. Y'all got to get them up because we going into number 3 here. Somebody said, all women had I had left because they on devil time, demon time. Wow. Yeah, it's difficult out here. The dating pool is what's the word? Sheesh. What's the word to explain the dating pool these days? It's spooky. It's getting spooky out here, you dig? It's getting real spooky. It's getting spooky to the point where being thirsty is dangerous because some of these damn men, they dressed up like women and you won't tell the difference. That's how spooky it is out here. It's so spooky, you think you looking at a female, but because she got all this artificial insemination going on all over her face and in her face and on her hair and her head and her eyebrows and eyelashes, you don't know what you looking at. Some of you brothers so thirsty, you about to get outed and doxxed because you think you looking at an IG model that was born Tracy or born Kimberly, when really you hollering at a grown-ass man named Keyshawn out here, born named Keyshawn. So stop being stop chasing. Stop chasing, stop being thirsty. Telling you. And y'all know I ain't lying. You know I ain't lying. And it ain't like you brothers swing that way. These entities, these transformers, robots in disguise, they be tricking. They be putting brothers in a trick bag. Don't get it twisted. It really goes down that way. Brothers getting outed and doxxed and all that for being what? Thirsty, chasing these women. At least they think they chasing women. Until you meet up with one of them things and they hands is bigger than your whole damn head. Don't be thirsty. No chasing women in 2022. You don't know what the hell's going on. It's spooky. It's crazy out here. It's crazy. Some of these women out here are psychopaths as well. You going against the grain, you might get you a situation where a woman becomes obsessive. Like, there's just too much going on. That's why you got to chill and use your own discretion, right? Yep, somebody said that's that energy that they making women wear the makeup, weaves, promote. Yes, indeed. They've made it so you can't tell the difference. That's why you brothers want a natural woman. You want her to be natural, because you just can't tell the difference these days, all right? Number 3 on the list. Brothers. This is the year in which we stop procrastinating. I spoke time and time again about ascending to the next level, about getting outside of our comfort zone. This is not the year to be comfortable and stagnated, especially around people who don't have your best interests at heart. And that goes for everybody. That's interchangeable. But for men in particular, since we are the ones who are supposed to have our hands to the plow and be in the field working, we are the ones who really have to stop procrastinating. This is where prayer comes in, because to be a man in the United States in particular, let's start there. But to be a man in general in the Western world, or even spread abroad, I'm pretty sure this will reach a lot of brothers. But to be a man in this here society, this gynocentric, feminist society that we live in, you're constantly beat down. Every time we try to climb up and do something great, they put us back in check. They knock us right down. I mean, they kick us every time we try. Literally, men get kicked every time we make a concerted effort to help our people. Anytime we make a concerted effort to do something positive, anytime we're just doing things the right way, they kick us. I mean, they break their foot off in us every damn time, and it's tiring. It gets to the point where it's like, I can't win for losing. So we begin to get this spirit of procrastination. We begin to become lethargic. We become lazy. Listen, this is where prayer comes in. You have to pray and ask the Most High, Lord, any spirit of double-mindedness, of uncertainty, any spirit of laziness, any lackadaisical spirit, any bitterness that I might be carrying, anything, Lord, that will stop this mortal body from reaching its full potential and stop me from elevating to the next level to do what I know needs to be done. Lord, I pray that you lift that heavy laden off of me. Brothers, you got to talk to the Lord. You got to talk to the Most High. But like, yo, remove it, Father. This heavy laden, I can't carry no more. It's too much that I have to do. It's too much that you have put me here to do in this life. And Lord, I need to do it. So you need to give me the instruments needed. You need to give me the instruments needed for defense. You need to give me the instruments needed to accelerate. Lord, I'm asking you for this. And that's really how you brothers got to do it. Because there's a lot going on in the world. It's almost like they spraying something in the air right now. Everybody is getting ill. And I'm telling you, they're trying to suppress The masculinity, they're trying to suppress our energy in general. So the more sin that comes into this world, the more sin, the more sickness comes. This is what I want y'all to understand. The more sin that comes, the more sickness comes. This is what they're doing, social engineering. If they can make the world wicked, people will begin to get sick. So don't think it's fake that people are getting sick. People are really getting sick. People are really feeling bad out here, and it's not because of these scientists like you think it is, although they have their hands in it, but it's because of the sin that's in the world. Demons operate in filth. Clean your area. When there's dirtiness and filth going on in the world, sickness, the demonic spirit of sickness can roll around the planet and it can evade people. So don't allow the sickness, and I think it was a rock band that says, "Down with the sickness." Don't allow that sickness to get you down. Because I'm going to tell you, especially you melanated men right now, let me tell you melanated men this. There is a devil in the ghetto, and he is tearing it apart. There's a devil in our communities, and he is ripping it apart. Yeah, that's the group Disturbed. Yep. And this devil ain't no joke. I just seen news that broke that one of these rappers killed himself in front of his children, or his wife's children, or girlfriend's children. Kill her, then off himself. Like, you know, there's some demons going around. Because everybody want to be on demon time. So these spirits, these walking demons are manifesting. So it's real out here. You got to stay away from the damn sickness. Here's a big one, y'all. That's number 3. I'm telling you, I could go all day with this because I see so much that men got to work on. And I want y'all to get the thumbs up, brothers. I hate to keep saying that after every point that I make, but seriously, show your support because a lot of people need to see this. Yep, somebody said he killed a stripper that his girlfriend with 3 kids, and this is the problem. These men are tricking with strippers. Wow. Yeah, that's very unfortunate, man. I don't remember what the rapper's name was. You know, it's so many rappers that's passing away right now. It's almost like it's so common. It's not even news anymore. It's not even news anymore. Somebody said, Most High keep giving me prophetic dreams on the world ending 2 nights in a row. I had 2 apocalyptic dreams. Okay. See, I take that serious, bro. Yeah, Drakeo was his name. Drakeo. Yep. I don't know where he's from. I believe he was from Miami, Florida. If I'm wrong, correct me. But it's just unfortunate, bro. No, it wasn't Drakeo. Drakeo was the one that got stabbed in the neck at a concert. It was Jay Stash. Thank you, brothers, for correcting me. Florida rapper Jay Stash. It's just unfortunate, bro. You know, that these spirits are cultivating the way they are. And, you know, that's why I tell people to stay away from the death music, man. Stay away from that. That music is sinister. It's destroying our men. And that's another thing. Stop listening to that garbage in 2022. Why don't you start supporting positive music? Go over there to New Breed Music and Motivation and get you some of that real spiritually uplifting music that promotes change in our communities. You know, do yourself that justice and get that poison out and get that light in. How about that? Because music is powerful. You know what else we got, brothers? We got to stop doing. And I know a lot of content creators really need to take this advice. People shouting out their songs, Nation Unknown, thank you, salute, salute. I love y'all, no doubt. Man, a lot of content creators need to hear what I'm about to say, bro. I tell you, man. And I'm going to say this. I'm laughing, and that's actually a painful laugh, because what I'm seeing is a little bit disheartening. It really is disheartening, but this is what we got to do. Somebody shouted out Marcus Garvey. Yeah, that's one of my tracks. Yeah, go over there and check it out if you haven't, brothers and sisters. Men, 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 men. In 2022, we have to learn to stop going back and forth with people. Can I get an amen? Can I get a preach? Can I get it, please? Can I get a preach? Can I get a preach with a flame emoji on it? Can I get that one? Can I get that one? We gotta listen. In 2022, we have to definitely personify masculinity. We have to be a better representation for the youth, for for inquiring minds who want to follow truth, for influential minds. Brothers, listen. We gotta learn to bridle our tongues. And I hate to be real dramatic about this one, but this one is one of the biggest things, because here it is on social media. You seeing men, mid-30s, mid-40s, mid-50s, and above, literally going back and forth. Now listen, let me put this out here. The generation of men before us, I'm gonna say this loud and clear. Say this loud and clear. You have failed us. You failed the generation that's underneath us. I'm talking about my generation. Even my generation has failed the generation underneath us. Our underlings, we failed them. We failed them so harshly. It's pathetic. Let me put this out here. How in the hell could you tell these young brothers in the streets? We have a conundrum here. How the hell could you tell these young brothers in the streets to put their gats down, stop going back and forth, drop the beef? Because that's where death comes from in the streets, when brothers are beefing with each other and don't know how to work it out, don't know how to chop it up. Do you know how many rappers had died that could have been stopped by a conversation? By picking up the phone, bling, bling, bling. Hey, yo, you know what? Let's drop this. Do you know how many deaths in the streets would have stopped from a phone call, from conversation, from literally brothers just really sitting down, sitting around a round table like the bosses we claim to be, and do us for the greater good of the inspired minds, the minds that's easy to influence, the youth who looking up to us because they still looking up. Do you know how foolish we looking? Now, there is a time to defend yourself. There is a time for war. There's a time for peace. There's a time for everything under the sun, according to the book of Ecclesiastes. There's a time for everything. There's a time where we should share healthy dialogue with respect. As men, there's a time where you have to have debate. It's healthy. All throughout Israel, and I'm talking biblical right now, the Israelites always had internal wars. They had issues. Every nation has them. That's why you have politics, where they get fancy and dressed up and put on suits, and they debate each other. They have conversations. Debates are healthy. There always been politics within our people. Nothing wrong with that. But what we're seeing is sprawling over to the streets, because as examples, and we seeing going back and forth and back. Listen, the only lesson that they learning in the streets from watching a lot of these brothers who have leadership positions, the only lesson they learning is don't never drop the beef, don't never apologize, don't never be the bigger person, don't never let anything go. We take this beef to the grave. That's the only thing they get from the elders. The only thing they get is take beef to the damn grave. It's something about the man that people can say things to that man and he lets it go. It's something about that brother that gains respect. And sometimes dumb-ish takes place. It ain't about some dumb-ish happening, one of these clowns, one of these clout chasers, one of these people saying something about you. It ain't about that. And it ain't about that at all, because it's going to happen. It's about how you deal with it. It ain't about dumb-ish taking place, because in life you're gonna have haters, you're gonna have people who are gonna speak negative on you. It's about how you handle it, how you deal with it. Keep in mind, you can't control anything anybody does. You can only control yourself. And once somebody got control over you, and I think this came from Mike Tyson, when they can trigger your emotions and trigger you to go back and forth, they have become your master. They have mastered you. No man can ever master me, ever. I would never do what a man expect me to do, ever. You know why? Because it ain't a man over me. It's Christ over me. So listen, when you got internal peace, when you at a place in which, you know, you're not going to allow anybody to get you out of your zone, and you have goals and missions, can't nobody get under your skin. Can't nobody get under your skin. Beef, and keep in mind, brothers, beef is bad for business. And I'm talking about the business of life. Beef is bad for business. When you look at any entertainer that has longevity, and you can say what you want about Jay-Z, he is demonic as hell. You know he's demonic as hell. Let's get that out there. But one thing that you can learn from Jay-Z is, listen, he don't really get in too many quarrels and back and forths. He don't really get in too much of that, because you know why? He's chasing his goal, and his goal is money. His goal is money. Our goal is to get spiritually connected to the Savior. Our goal is to gain that elevation, that ascension, that peace, that respect among our brethren. A name in which our reputation precedeth itself. Where everywhere we go, we're endeared because of our reputation, because how we deal with each other, because our name should be holding weight. The problem is men go back and forth so much, they sully their name and they muddy the waters, and they create problems for themselves to the point where doors of opportunity actually shut because they don't know how to be men. That has to stop in 2022. It's a sad sight to behold, especially when a lot of these men are a lot older than me. And I'm considered an OG at my age, but you got brothers older than me, and I'm seeing it, I'm like, wow, my mind's blown. So in 2022, learn to pick up the phone or get on a debate show. If you want to debate with a brother, get the debate done. Keep it respectful, but the back and forth and back, it looks bad. It really does. It's a bad representation. And I know a lot of people really not even concerned with that. A lot of these guys, they're not concerned with that because, you know, it's about eating for them. And YouTube is a business. It is what it is. And people do like drama. People like the nonsense. But, you know, put some of the things I'm saying into consideration. I know a lot of people aren't trying to save the world. But let's make this clear. Everything we do as men is being watched. It's being watched, and the Most High is holding us accountable. When we, and especially brothers in a position of leadership, whether it be family, social media, friends, whether you're the leader of your group, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You got people watching, all right? And you got to be a better representation, for real. So we got 4 things, and I told y'all I was going to allow the people to pick the 5th. Well, I didn't tell y'all that direct, but I want the 5th to be for all the men out there. I named 4 things we need to change. The procrastination got to stop. The porn got to stop. The chasing the women got to stop. And the back and forth got to stop. Brothers, what y'all got for me? And once I see something more than once in the chat, and I see it more times than anything else, that's what I'm going to address next. Because I want this to be interactive. Because that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing going on. Oh, I'm seeing some things in there. I'm seeing some things you brothers are seeing. Oh, I'm seeing some good ones. I'm seeing some good ones. Brothers saying health. Oh, I see multiple people say self-accountability. Ooh, critical thinking. Ooh, now you see how we helping the people out, because as I'm reading these off, it's still going into the airways for those who catch it on playback. Physical health. Thinking for yourself, man. You brothers is powerful. Y'all know what need to be worked on. Thinking for yourself is big. Not having that monkey see, monkey do type of mentality. Not being sheeple. Just because everybody dislikes something, you gotta dislike it. You haven't even formulated your own opinion or your own thoughts. That gotta stop. Or just because somebody likes something, everybody likes something, you gotta like it. You haven't even formulated your thoughts. Gotta stop that. I like that. Oh, mental health is important. Now I want y'all to focus on men, because something that men gotta stop doing. Just men. But I see a lot of being a leader. Ooh, being a leader. Now stop doing. Let's preface it right. Financial responsibility. Ooh, man. You know what? Everything y'all saying is so good. I'm just gonna have to say all of those things. All of those things for number 5. All of those things. Somebody said we gotta stop putting these devices before the Most High. Facts. Indulging in gossip. Yes. Stop complaining. Woo! Oh, I got loud. Look at these people. They, no. Hey, every time I stream in public and I get excited, I forget I'm in public, and people be looking around like, who's that brown skinned guy over there yelling? But no, man, no. That actually thought stop complaining is big. It's big. It's big. Listen, I'm gonna go with stop complaining, but everything y'all brothers listed, I love it. It's perfect, but stop complaining is real big for men. Now everybody need to stop complaining, but men, and I'm gonna go with stop complaining for this reason. Here it goes. Brothers and sisters, y'all alive right now. Y'all in this broadcast watching me talk about what men need to stop doing. Do you know how many people between 2019 till now aren't living? Put a pause on that. Let that one marinate. Do you understand how many people aren't here? The Most High God continues to put breath in your lungs day in and day out. The Most High God continues to keep you. A lot of us, we done fell 1,000 times, including myself, and the Most High God still didn't deem you a heathen. You done fell short 1,000,000 times, and the Most High God did not label you a heathen. He still gave you the ears to hear, the eyes to see, and the wisdom to receive. What do we have to complain about? The Bible tells us to be happy with food, clothes, shelter, and raiment. Be there with content. Be there with content. What can you complain about when you have clothes on your back, you got a roof over your head, you're able to eat every day, you're still breathing, you have people who love you, who care about you, and even if you don't have people who love you and care about you, you got the Messiah, you got the Most High, who still loves you enough to give you another chance, because every day that you breathing, you got another chance to right something wrong. Every day you breathing, you got another opportunity to change something that you done wrong and right your wrongs. You get an opportunity every day. So what are you complaining about? It ain't nothing to complain about. And let me tell you this as well. It's very, very daunting, this society we live in. And as men of the Most High, men of courage and men of valor, we got to be sharing some light. We got to be sharing some light. We can't be always in complain mode, because the women, the family structure, the children, everybody is damn depressed. Everybody's depressed. So somebody got to lift the spirits of the people, and it's going to have to be you men. You got to get over a lot of past hurts and pains. Listen, ain't nothing like a defeated man that sits there and complain about his past. That's pathetic. Stop it. Nobody wants to hear that anymore. Nobody wants to hear a grown-ass man talking about something that happened to him 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or when he was a child. When he was a child. Let's make this clear. If you are a leader of your family, of your community, of any type of organization, if you're a leader on social media and you are still not over your past due problems and situations you've been through, you are not apt to be a leader. You are not chosen. You are a false prophet because the Most High God did not call you. Because when the Most High God calls you, when he calls you, he brings you in a situation where you're healing from those pains and you're healing others at the same time. So, like, you can't lead if you're still in the past. And it's nothing like a defeated man that sits there and holds on to it. Women don't want to hear it. Men don't want to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear that. Only people who want to hear a train wreck or see somebody who's emotionally unstable will feed into that. That's the only people. Illogical, irrational people who are dysfunctional. And it just so happens a lot of people in this here planet are irrational, illogical, and dysfunctional. So there's always going to be a demographic for people who won't let go. There'll always be. Because you know what? There's a lot of people who can't change. There's a lot of people who can't get over the past. Thank you for becoming a member. 7th UTL, member for 2 months now. Says working right now, but I had to drop by and I'll watch it on replay. Thank you, brother. Somebody says, tell your stories on how you overcame your problems with solutions and not for how to make people feel sorry. Absolutely. Because listen, the Bible says to give our testimonies. It says to give our testimonies. It says to confess our sins one to another that we may be free. The Bible tells us you can tell your story, but don't use it and put yourself in a victimization mentality, because it makes everybody who follow you in a victimization mentality. Everybody who follow you are victims because you're a victim. Sometimes at some point the victim has to become the victor. Are you understanding me? There has to come a time as a man where the victim has become the victor. And I'm not saying because you got money, because you got finances, because you doing good, you living good, you're victorious. That don't mean a damn thing. There's a lot of people with money who don't have their head on a swivel whatsoever. There's a lot of people with money who still are one step away from ending it all and offing themselves. Why? Because they have not got over the past traumas. And sometimes as men, you got to sit back and sit down when you feel the tension building up. Sometimes you got to get to yourself in isolation. Sometimes you got to get to prayer. Spirituality is important. Having a relationship and a connection to the Most High, very important. You don't want to be that complainer. Eventually, if your woman, every time she see you, you may have a love interest. You trying to pursue an intimate relationship with a sister. But every time she see you, you got your head down and you on some, oh me, oh my. We've been through too much. We too strong for that. You melanated brothers who done been through hell and back twice. The world know what we've been through. You can look in our eyes and see what we've been through. We ain't got to continually tell our women, our children, and our followers how much we've been through things. They can see it on our faces. There ain't too many melanated men that don't walk in the room right now and everybody can see that man been through a lot. We all been through it. It ain't too many brothers that you will see. And listen, that's what a lot of women are attracted to when you become stoic. When they know this man is strong. He went through all of this and he handled it like a man. No bitching, no complaining, no tears, no nothing. Because he's a man. And what makes him so manly and masculine is his connection to the Father. His connection to Christ is what makes him a man. The Bible made a man out of me. The word of God will make a man out of you. Christ will make a man out of you. So there's got to come a time where you stop it, man. You men are actually beginning to look like an embarrassment. I mean, you really are. You're beginning to look like an embarrassment. It's a bad look. It don't look right. 2021, leave it back. Leave it back in 2021. Now, if you're an individual who defending yourself, I understand defending yourself. It's a time and place for everything, but a lot of what I'm seeing in social media in general, not only that, in real life, I'm talking about everyday life, brothers just can't let it go. They go back and forth with each other, and a lot of brothers are always complaining about their past, and they have this victimization mentality that has become the norm, and that's not how we move. All praises to the Most High. Yep, somebody said give your burdens to the Most High. Facts. Facts. All praises and honor is due to the Most High. I thank each and every one of y'all for coming through, catching another broadcast. Follow me on Patreon. Uh, Anybody who would like to support this work via Cash App, it's highly appreciated. It goes towards the work. And everybody who sends super chats, I thank you. Also follow me on Instagram at Nubreed404. I will be seeing y'all soon with more content. Thank y'all so much for participating. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. Shalom and peace.